What is up, podcast listeners? We have a book review today, and this one is about 7 Years in Tibet by Heinrich Harrer. And Heinrich was an adventurer, an explorer, alpinist, you could say, back in the 1940s, 1950s, and throughout his whole life. But many people know his life story from the movie 7 Years in Tibet. You gotta love Brad Pitt. He does an awesome job in the movie. And the movie's actually very good. It plays, yeah, I would say it shows about a quarter of the story, which I think is quite a bit for what it actually was. Essentially, Brad Pitt's character, Heinrich Harrer. So Heinrich, he is adventuring in Asia, trying to climb mountains back at the start of when World War II was going on. When he's over there with his fellow explorers, Britain declares war on Germany. They're from Austria, the explorers, and so they essentially become prisoners of war. Well, they do become prisoners of war. They're put in these prison camps. They're adventurers. They don't want to be in the camps. And so they yearn to escape, and they do several times, actually. They end up back in, they get out, end up back in, and then they start this amazing journey that lasts over 2 years of them making it from these prison camps, suffering, starving, exploring across Tibet and northern India in these extremely mountainous regions in the area of Mount Everest, reaching heights of over 20,000 feet in some mountain passes. And they end up making it to the holy city of Lhasa in Tibet. Not the holy city, but the forbidden city. And very, very few other European travelers have made it into the city. And when they get there, they're hoping that they won't be turned over to India or sent back to their prison camps or being prisoners of war anymore. And that's exactly what happens. The city of Lhasa government welcomes them as kind of guests, and then over many years they become friends and allies of the Tibetan people and essentially become Tibetans. And for a lack of better terms, Heinrich becomes friends with the Dalai Lama over the course of the book. And throughout the book, it does a much better job of talking through how that friendship is formed and like just the uniqueness of it. So I definitely recommend checking this book out, both from if you're an adventurer, the story of them exploring Tibet and northern India is insane. It's one of those stories of survival. I'm a huge fan of books like that. So that was definitely a good first half of it. And then just the relationship he has with the Tibetan people is so unique and something that will probably never happen again. Is definitely unique as well. So I think you guys will really enjoy this book. I give it 7 out of 7 because 7 years in Tibet. But guys, check back for more next week. I should have a few more podcasts coming out in the next few weeks, and I hope that you guys are enjoying them. Let me know what you think of this one. Let me know what you think of other ones. Spotify has comment sections. Apple has review pages. I appreciate any feedback I can get, guys, or slide into my DMs by any means on Instagram or text me if you have my number. I look forward to getting more and more out on this page. Potentially doing something like a Patreon if people are interested or find that fascinating. Just looking for a little support for the podcast. I do have some more shirts left over as well, random sizes. So I definitely don't have mediums and I definitely don't have larges, but reach out to me if you want something like that. And yeah, guys, appreciate you listening and check back for more next week. Thank you.